Well, it didn't take long to max it out. All right.
One of you guys threw some rubber at my windshield.
You're welcome. I did a fat burnout off that line.
Come on, turn. There we go.
Oh, I'm gonna watch you guys die on that turn.
Am I crazy or am I actually like seeing exhaust fumes come out of the back?
No, you're seeing black smoke.
Yes.
Please. This is a multi-dollar game. So realistic.
They added 3D trees and dust to quite a few cars and tracks this last update.
I will say it's definitely not enough black smoke for the kind of power and boost using they're running.
I know, right? Like we should be able to barely see the track.
Well, a lot of times rolling coal is just done on purpose. Like, I mean, it's just unburnt fuel. So I mean, if it's tuned right, I bet.
Put in your cold chip. Go down to the local riots.
They already get as bad a gas amount as they do. They don't need to be worse, you know.
Sounds like a truck. The tires are make funny noises.
Yes, they do.
The throttle works better than the steering wheel.
Get back here, Miller.
Tires sound like marshmallows.
Was it Mark or have you jumped into this car yet?
No, I'm in. No,
I mean, like, is this your first time
Yeah.
driving it? Did you get a chance to practice?
yeah.
Okay. Be very careful with downshifts. You will ruin your engine.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And you only need second gear if you're starting.
Yeah, don't even bother a second. No, son of a bitch.
Yeah, if you go down to second at any point on accident, you're just gonna kill the engine.
Okay.
And if anything, like lug it, it's faster. Don't rev it out.
Well, rev's only to like 4,000, right?
2,900.
Oh shit.
The Mercedes only revs to 2,900.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm revving to 4K.
No!
The Iveco runs.
Oh my
a little
god, I
higher.
managed to
Well,
not.
I'm getting up to 30B or 32 something red line.
What happened,
The dash
Husk?
is different than the electronic dash.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at the needle.
Oh yeah, that needle is nowhere near the electronic dash.
I don't have a needle.
Huh. I like why they put the dials up on the top. What? No 18 gears?
There
Nope.
should be. That'd be fun as hell.
You gotta hit like a high-low button midway through the transmission.
3 sets of 6. Depending on where you put the double shifter on the clutch, it's like, oh yeah, I'm down low, I gotta pop it up into here.
Speaking of that, you see that Moza actually made a truck wheel?
Oh, that's wild.
It's like full diameter with all the like turn signals and everything on it.
Oh, shoot. For the real Euro Truck Simulator drivers.
ATS
Well,
is
it made me
where it's
laugh.
at.
I was like, it makes sense because like it's a huge market and nobody makes one.
I mean, have you
They got,
seen
like,
the
when-
farming simulator rigs? It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these guys got like an air ride cockpit.
Are
And
there
all you
any
need
like?
is 2 degrees of motion up and down as it bounces you through stuff.
Well, if you're driving through Detroit, you're gonna be bouncing a lot.
Yeah.
Are there any like real life truckers that play that game like Max Verstappen? Like once they're done with it at 2 in the morning, they're
Oh, that's actually yeah. That's
Got the
like a
little rig
huge
set up
running
in the
joke
back
in
of the
the
truck.
in the community. There's a lot of truck drivers who have ATS.
We should ask Belly.
I feel like that would be me playing one of those like ambulance or firefighting simulators. It's like, why? Like, I get paid to do this crap. I don't want to do it for fun.
Oh, what do you do?
pay extra for it.
Yep. No chance.
Pay to do my
No, I
job.
don't even volunteer.
Are
Like,
you a
if I get
firefighter?
paid for it, to hell with it. I ain't doing it.
Oh my god, this thing wants to kick the back out.
Josh, what do you do?
That's how you're driving it, right?
I'm a paramedic for Houston, Texas.
Oh, nice. I'm an ER doctor.
Get out, no kidding.
Yeah, so
I work in the health insurance. I am a customer service rep. And so
Hey.
whenever you send a bill to somebody, they yell at me for it.
I'm gonna say you're the one that our patients really hate.
Quit the
You're
9 our
welcome.
claims, dick.
My favorite is, we did not deem this ER appropriate. We are not going to cover it. Now, I will say that a lot of times people show up with stuff that I also deem not ER appropriate, but you know, that's neither here nor there.
I take plenty people to you that are not ER appropriate, but
Yeah, my
by
favorite.
the unfortunate mantra, you call, we haul.
Yeah, no, I love hearing the paramedic encode sometimes. You can just hear the disdain in your voice.
Yes. You know if you really need to be paying attention by how fast we're speaking. If it sounds like we're about to fall asleep, then you don't even get up from your desk, dude. You're fine.
No, a lot of our people will say stuff really loud, like when it's like for a stub toe, you know, like
Yes. Yes.
Dude, I got sideswiped by a semi and I didn't even want to go to the yard.
we always talk about like what it would take for you to go to the ER, like me and the other doctors. And I was like, well, I've only been to the ER 3 times, and I got hospitalized 2 out of the 3 times. The other time I had meningitis, so I was like, I feel like I've needed it.
Yeah, I would say that qualifies. My first ER visit was a broken wrist from a bicycle wreck. That was just kind of an outpatient thing. And the second one was AFib 10 years ago. They kept me for 2 days.
Damn.
And just
Did you
throwing
end
it
up-
out there, cardioversion? That
Sucks.
hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Did they sedate you at least first?
6 Versed.
That's not much.
No. It was enough to put me into a daydream, and whenever they lit me up, I reportedly yelled something very loud that started with an F. And,
How old were you?
26.
Oh yeah.
That's young, yeah.
Did 26-year-olds in anesthesia.
Did you need an ablation? Or
That was going to be the next step if the cardioversion failed. But they monitored me for a couple of months, just to make sure it was a benign issue, and it was turned out to be just a one-off thing. I've gone 11 years now, 11 years, and haven't had any problems at all. So, no idea what caused it.
Thanks, my dude.
Here I am.
I have no idea why that happened either.
I like
That's what makes
Automobili
it fun.
as my meta choice for cardioversion.
Ooh, fun. Yeah, my ambulance, we just carry Versed for sedation and fentanyl for pain.
No ketamine.
Nope.
Yo, y'all keep talking about fentanyl and ketamine, and I'm not gonna be streaming on Twitch much longer. I got no viewers, and I'm still gonna get fucking banned.
We're gonna have to stop. We have to keep this on Discord alone, I think. I apologize. I completely forgot we have streaming stuff.
You're all good, bro. It's not like I'm got any viewers. It's just the auto moderation will hear those words.
Right, yeah.
This is a medical discussion.
Yes, a medical discussion between
Like
two
they
professionals.
give a
Intriguing.
fuck.
Have you guys ever done open heart?
I've been in a couple cases, but I obviously haven't done it.
Did you get to see when they put the lollipops on the heart?
Yes.
Oh,
I-
God.
Isn't
I've
that the
watched-
isn't that the weirdest thing? The way the heart does that weird motion when it starts up.
Yes, it is freaky to watch. I was in one of our main trauma centers after bringing a GSW cardiac arrest into the hospital, and with us in the room, myself and my partner, we were in the room. They
There's a lot of.
I really hope that you guys like have good therapy.
No.
Yeah, sure.
Dr. Jim and Dr. Jack.
I aged my own whiskey if that helps. If it means
I mean,
anything.
it's a question, but does it help is a different issue.
Look at that. Outside in, hit the apex. Woo!
In all seriousness, to answer your question, yes, I do. Between going to church, talking to my pastor with really off the wall things, he definitely helps me in a lot. I do also have like counselors, psychologists, and stuff that I that I have on call and I'll talk to them with really bonkers things, really involving like children and stuff like that. Adults and stuff. If one of us were to go down, hey, you guys are cool. Love working with you guys, talking with you guys, and everything. But if something happens with one of us, it sucks. And honestly, I'm just gonna kind of move on with my life because we're adults. But and with kids, that's where it really hits me, and I'm sure that's it's just about anyone in this field. And Sledge, I just noticed, dude, you are
I'm
sniffing right on the back end of my truck as I'm sitting here talking and for a second there I felt like I was actually doing something good, and then I was like, oh no, I'm actually about to fall into second place, kind of like third place, right about there. And I'm not.
Keep talking about medical, dude. I'm locked in.
Well, so
I'm only 22 seconds behind,
I'm not
so
going
you
to
keep going.
sacrifice both of us. I'm not going to sacrifice both of us, so you have that.
I don't know how it is for you, but I know for me, I kind of have this hard candy shell when I put the uniform on. I think stuff in my personal life that I've seen, like, in street clothes, affects me a lot more than at work. I know it still does, but I don't know, it's like, when it's your job, you just do the things. It's like it's an algorithm,
Yeah.
And
That's why you train well.
And if you let emotions get into it, at least during it, it's afterwards when you have these thoughts and stuff.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
But during it, it's just it's an algorithm. You just follow it, because otherwise you make poor choices and you do things you shouldn't.
Right. Yeah, and then you have this understanding that you are, at that moment, you are a professional, you have a job to do, and you have people that are relying on you to make that right decision. So you don't have a choice in that moment but to keep going and do your job. But right, you're absolutely correct. After that, when you have a chance to be human again, that's where it gets me. And I've been doing this for 15 years, and it's getting to the point where I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to do something else. I feel like I've done about all that I mentally and psychologically can do. No, I'm actually quite serious.
No, you're sorry. I just got crashed. As I'm sitting here, I'm going around the corner and everything freezes. Right?
Oh no, shoot, what happened?
Locked it up. Yeah. That's okay. I hit something. I got 87 engine damage now.
I think the thing that got me, I used to manage a bicycle shop for a long time before I got into medicine.
Oh wow.
For almost a decade. Was, I think, any job when you kind of hit a wall where you feel like you can't learn anything anymore. I think that's when it gets like difficult.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to like put your profession down, but since it is so algorithmic, there's not a lot to think outside the box, I guess, at some point.
Oh, for sure. Especially with my agency, our medical directors lock us down so much that if we do try to think outside the box, we get in trouble for it. So we really don't have a choice but to be the cliched cookie cutter paramedics. We're not allowed to do anything that we think might help, even if it's kind of stepping outside the lines a little bit.
I guess that's a better way of saying what I was trying to elucidate.
I got you, man. No worries.
I get it, because anytime that you do step outside of that, now you're exposing a lawsuit because everybody wants to sue for it. So I can see why the upper level people are like, yeah, these people really, they did genuinely believe they did what was the right thing, but because it wasn't part of protocol, well, we had to settle for $5 million.
Yeah. And that is a lot of it. Never mind the fact that the position that the city has put themselves in over the past decade or so, they've had to force a lot of people to be paramedics that don't want to be. And they're almost to the point, some of them, not me by any means, I actually enjoy what I do still, but there's a lot of guys that are almost to the point of willing to break the rules to get the paramedic license taken away from them so they can go back to doing what they actually want to do. And that's it's a sad situation, and it's certainly not right. But it just goes to show just how little guys actually end up caring when they reach that breaking point.
Right. And it's not a job that it's a job that is desperately needed, but that doesn't mean that everybody is the right person for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Or even people that are qualified to do it are the right person for it.
Sure.
As any
That is
first responder, really.
I just think that some of the upper level management take advantage of the people with the good intentions.
oh,
Like,
100%.
they're like, oh yeah, sure, you can work another shift. You can work another shift. You can work
Yep.
another shift. And it's like, oh, I guess you don't care when you go out of the box that way.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Oh, they will absolutely break the rules and change guidelines and stuff whenever it suits their agenda. But
I know.
you do that for yourself, or in what you feel is the best interest of your patient.
And that pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
That makes me think about, like, you know, the notion of, like, patient safety when they have us there for 24 hours and shit like that.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
what is
just-
that bullshit? 16, 24 hours? I'm like, yeah, that's okay. And if you make a mistake, God forbid.
Right.
Yeah, I was, you know, I just got off OB, and on that rotation we work nights, and the nights are 16 hours scheduled. Let alone,
Yeah.
like, sometimes we didn't get out on time, like by an hour and a half. You gotta be, so you're telling me I gotta eat, shower, drive home, and sleep all in like 7 hours, you know, like by the time you get out of there late.
And then get ready to do it all over again.
Sucked. And that's for 80 hours a week. It's not even like, you know, not even like, oh, you know, just a couple days.
Oh jeez. I mean, I work 24-hour shifts, but it's just twice a week. So I mean, 48 hours, I'm done. I'm on. I get my days off. So good lord, I can't
I don't
actually
think
do
that's
that
good
much.
anyway. Sorry, that's just another.
Yeah,
Honest, there should not be anything over 10 on a day, especially in your guys' instances where lives depend on you. The last thing you need is someone who is groggy on their 20th hour on a 24-hour shift, handling your life in the back of a fucking van.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't tell you how many times I've been driving to a call, driving back from a call, driving to a hospital, and I've hit the rumble strips on the side of the highway because I'm falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, I mean,
it's mental.
I used to work 98 hours a week climbing cell towers, and I've fallen asleep, like genuinely done behind the wheel. I actually spun out in my car on I-88 once.
Good gosh.
Fun
Yeah,
fact,
I mean-
I've fallen asleep twice in my life driving a vehicle, and I hit the same guardrail both times.
Oh shoot.
Damn. Well, at least you're consistent.
It's true. That says something.
Isn't that
Consistency
ridiculous?
is key. That's what we're taught.
Like
And
10
then you
years.
can drive. So be consistent while driving asleep, and then you can drive fast.
Man, my left front tire is gone.
Oh, my front fender's gone. I got 30 damage on my engine.
I'm only at 3 engine damage, but I've got 21 front and 10 rear.
Did you say you have 3 engine damage and 21 front?
the engine is fine. Whatever's on the front of the car is on the front of these. I hit the guardrail a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm running 24 front bumper, or 23 front bumper and 4 damage to the engine.
Oh, I got 61 front bumper. Which probably means I don't have a front bumper.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
Apparently a NASCAR driver threw his bumper at another NASCAR driver recently.
Sounds like NASCAR.
Yeah, that sounds
Really
about right.
did.
Fucking
My wife was just
Alabama
scrolling through
motorsports.
CNN and she said, "Did you hear about the NASCAR drama?" I'm like, I don't care, but sure. Go ahead.
I was just watching some NASCAR today, actually, after I remember someone a while back was talking about, so we were practicing at Coda, and they were talking about the track limits the NASCAR people had at Coda.
Yeah,
and
I ranted about it on here on Wednesday.
Okay, is that what it was? I went and watched some clips. You weren't kidding. Holy shit! They're just going straight through shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm almost forgiving if they push wide at big turns, because whatever they're going to be pushing cars, they're not Formula One. They don't have the downforce. But when you're just cutting the inside of the corner, like that's just too much for me.
Yeah. Or turn 1 was great. His first lap, like.
Piper, where are you? Piper?
I think he DC'd.
Okay.
Didn't he blow his engine?
How many times am I gonna pass you, Fox?
I have no idea. I'll see you pass me, and then you spin, you bump a wall, something. I'll get in front of you, and just keep leapfrogging each other.
Well, if you guys want to like get into each other and accidentally crash and spin out for about 30 seconds or so,
No.
you can just go scored it.
Does anyone else hate that hairpin with the double fences on the outside?
Is that first thing on the infield, or is it coming out of the exit?
I don't know. It's like 180-degree corner, kind of banked.
Oh gosh! Speaking of hitting each other, there we go.
It's not like after it's not after the.
There's a couple of those. There's a couple like 180 horseshoes with 2 fences, and they all suck in these things.
Oh yeah, taking them at like 32, 31, 32 miles an hour.
I think this is the one you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, this one, the downhill braking zone into the uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Chevette in such big letters.
Keep wondering about that. I was like, why are they advertising a Chevette?
It's the best car in Brazil, probably.
In
Oh, it is.
76.
That's we learned that when we raced it on Wednesday nights at the beginning.
Yeah,
of
it's
every-
fast.
I want to try and have us try the Copas with the wings. Because there's like the Copa FLs or whatever.
Oh yeah, they have so many interesting race cars in this game. I would be all over trying them out.
Yeah, we race the Copas every year in the Arm Solo, and they're probably one of my favorites because they're really tough. They can take a lot of crashes and run-ins races.
Right.
Kind of like these trucks.
That's good to know.
So as far as AMS2 content goes, I am planning on doing that enduro style race in this game with like GTP or LMP cars.
Nice.
But that's going to be like an event where I'm going to try and get all of you in here at the same time in a couple months from now.
So I'm assuming then it won't be on one of the tracks that we spoke about, Daytona, Le Mans.
It's going to be one of
Nürburgring.
those 3. It's going to be on the Nürburgring or Le Mans or Daytona, but the map vote will be done once I get like attendance up and everyone is like, okay, I'm making it or I'm not. Then we can agree on a date and then we can agree on a track.
Is that stuff that we had to buy DLC for those cars?
Probably, but the
Some-
DLC is like
some-
$10.
It was just on spring sale. I don't know if that ended.
I can double check. I was afraid to buy it. I was gonna wait for another one. Having to do some budget reevaluation.
I have to admit, the engine sounds perfect.
Oh, it sounds incredibly realistic. Needs a little bit more clank occasionally, though.
I just
Oh
love
shit,
gear
that's the
shift
race,
sound.
huh?
As soon as I cross the finish line,
Crash, goddammit.
I almost did. Right as that's why I was
Grunting so hard.
I just noticed the crowd.
Good thing, because my left front is smoked.
Really? I've still got decent amount of tires.
Oh no, I have 2/3, 3/4 of it gone on the left front.
Oh yeah, my left front's toast.
I got about half on my left fronts, and my rears are completely fine.
Yeah, my rears are fine. It's just that left front. I've been really Tokyo drifting this bad boy. I'm using the throttle as more of a turning.
That's too sketchy for me.
That round wheel life.
That Logitech G920 life, where if I whip it too hard one way, it's gonna completely desync from the game.
I tell you what, VR makes this nice because you can look out that side window all day long.
Yeah, definitely makes drifting easier.
Yeah, one day. One day when I retire and have money.
VR, no, you can do. Well, the most expensive
Nobody
part of
won the
VR
lottery,
is
so we can
graphics
try it
card.
again.
You think a 4050
VR is actually-
GPU could handle VR?
I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
4050 is pretty low. Because that's like worse than a 3060.
How's it worse?